All right, let's talk about something that's basically the secret superhero of the internet, asymmetric encryption. It sounds complicated, I know, but it's the invisible force that keeps your digital life safe. And to really get how it works, we're going to start with a pretty simple real-world question. So picture this, you're in a packed room, and you have to get a secret note to your friend on the other side. How do you make sure only they can read it? I mean, anyone could grab it on the way, right? Well, that exact puzzle is what encryption is all about solving. At the end of the day, that's all encryption really is. It's just the process of scrambling a message, turning it into complete nonsense for anyone who isn't supposed to see it. Think of it like a super high-tech secret code.
Okay, so when it comes to this kind of secret code, there are really two main flavors. You've got the old school way, which is called symmetric encryption, and then you have the really clever modern way, which is asymmetric encryption. And to get why asymmetric is such a game changer, you've got to understand the big problem with the old way first.
So, let's dive into that. Section 1, the secret key problem. This is the big headache with the traditional method. Okay, let's meet our heroes for today. In the world of cryptography, we almost always talk about two people, Alice and Bob. Simple enough, right? So Alice has a secret she needs to share with Bob, and she wants to make sure nobody else can get a peek. So using the old method, symmetric encryption, Alice takes her document and locks it with a secret key. Then she sends that locked document over to Bob. But here's the catch. Bob gets the file and he's stuck. He can't open it. Why? Because he doesn't have the exact same key that Alice used to lock it. And this is the million-dollar question. How on earth is Alice supposed to get that key to Bob safely? I mean, she can't just send it in an email. What if someone is listening in? If they grab the key, they can unlock everything Alice and Bob ever send to each other. That is the secret key problem. And trust me, it's a huge one. But this is where things get really cool. Asymmetric encryption comes along with this incredibly elegant fix. Let's call it the mailbox solution. I want you to think about a mailbox. Not your regular home mailbox, but a special one, maybe on a public street. It's got a slot, and its address is totally public. So literally anyone can find it and drop a letter inside. So how does this relate to encryption? Well, that public mailbox address, the one everyone knows, that's your public key. Anyone can use it to send you something securely. But the physical key that you use to unlock the box and get the mail out, that's your private key, and you are the only one who has it. Okay, so let's move away from the analogy just for a second and talk about what's really going on here with these public and private keys. Here's how it works. Basically, every person using this system generates their own unique key pair. It's exactly what it sounds like, a pair of keys. One is public and one is private. They're created together, they're mathematically linked, but they are two totally different keys. And this whole system works because of three simple but super important rules. Rule 1, the public key is for locking or encrypting data. Rule 2, only the matching private key can unlock or decrypt it. And rule number 3, this is the magic right here. You absolutely cannot figure out the private key just by looking at the public key. It's a one-way street. So let's go back to Alice and Bob and see how this fixes everything. First, they just swap their public keys. They can shout them from the rooftops, post them online. It doesn't matter because they're public. Now, when Alice wants to send her secret message, she locks it using Bob's public key. She sends the locked file, and now only one person in the entire world can open it, Bob, because he's the only one with his matching private key. Boom, the secret key problem, it's completely gone. And get this is how secure we're talking. Once Alice locks that message with Bob's public key, it's locked for good. Not even Alice herself can open it again. Why? Because she doesn't have Bob's private key. Only the person it's meant for can ever read it. That's incredible. Okay, so this might all sound a little abstract, Alice and Bob and secret keys. But the truth is, you use this technology literally every single day, probably without even thinking about it. So let's talk about where this encryption shows up in your life. You know that little padlock you see in your browser next to HTTPS? That's it. That's your browser and the website using asymmetric encryption to set up a secure connection. It's also the magic behind super secure email systems, and it's absolutely fundamental to cryptocurrency. It's the whole reason why only you can spend the Bitcoin in your wallet. So when you think about it, the safety of your online banking, your private messages, your crypto, all of it, this entire beautiful secure system, it all comes down to one single incredibly important thing. So what's the one key you should never, ever share? It's simple. Your public key, share it with everyone, it's fine. But the security of your entire digital world hangs on keeping one thing completely secret: your private key. Guard it with your life. Never, ever share it.